Good evening and welcome to RTD's English News Edition. Here are our major stories. The First Lady participates in a great evening at the University for the 40th anniversary of the independence of the country. Members of the government organized a breaking fast ceremony.
That was the headline, and this is the national news. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, has yesterday, Wednesday, a message of congratulation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custody of the two holy places, His Majesty Salman bin Abd Aziz Al Saud, at the origin of the recent strategy reorganization with the executive administration of his country. In his message, the President Guelleh has described the new operation cropping by the King Solomon, including the appointment of His Highness Royal Mohammed bin Salman to the position of the Prince Heir to the throne of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as a decision making by a deep consent to ensure the provision of the supreme interest of the sister nation and the friend of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It should be noted that the President of the Republic has also in a framework a recent telephone conversation directly expressing his heartfelt congratulations to the new Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman. Important figure of the Saudi police, Prince bin Salman was up to new Defense Minister of the Vice President, heir to the throne of the Kingdom of the Saudi Arabia.
In our major story, under the leadership of the First Lady and the President of the UNFD, Mrs. Qadra Mohammed Haid, the National Union of Djiboutian Women have organized a prestigious evening of the independence and the creation of the National Union for Djiboutian Women. In effect, the National Union of Djiboutian Women has always played an important role in the defense for the cause of women. The National Union of Women was created in 1977, the same year of our independence duly acquired. Upon her arrival, the First Lady has been welcomed by the Secretary General of the UNFD. Dances was in the program, which has hosted thousands of women, including the Minister of Women and the Family, Mrs. Mumina Ahmed, the Secretary of State for Solidarity, as well as the Secretary of State for Housing and the Development of the Territory, as well as the staff of the UNFD, and all the women of Djibouti were numerous to celebrate this evening dedicated to the women. This history reveals to us that many men died for the cause, that we forgot to tell what these men were supported by women as well. Women activists for their rights in the first hours of the independence, reconciling their role of mother, sister and wives. They have also put all their energy in the service of the nation. This nation today is sovereign and independent. They have also rendered, since they occupy key positions in the government and in the economic development of the country. In the framework of the festivities organized for the celebration of our 40th anniversary, the UNFD has wanted to do and enjoy a young Djiboutian from the experience and strong women experienced by these women in 1977 in groups of artists of all languages around the world were united to host this evening after the verses of the Quran in the national anthem.
Chabutay lokuda Allah chabutay lokuda shada kudurtien uguan shubayen wale masara aduginu wikme شرفي وعزت وغطوه عليو عاشقا لما نيفان عليو عروري وعيرو لبا عليو
The Secretary General of UNFD, Fatma Musa, has evoked the place that occupied the woman in the country and what was the point in its importance in the current life. She had recalled the hard work undertaken by women and the fact they have put all their energy in the service of the nation.
marka xigta anoo ku hadlaya magaca marwada koowaad ee dalka ahna gudoomiyaha ururka haweenka Djibouti.
The Minister of Women and Family, Mrs. Moumina Ahmed, took the floor to announce that women are an active part in the accession of our country to the independence. Today, the women of Djibouti has an important place. She has insisted in the development of the Djiboutian society.
At the end of the ceremony, the First Lady has received a decoration on the part of the movement of women in the guidance, dedication and his unwavering commitment to the cause of women of Djibouti.
And now moving on to the region of Ali Sabih, where the 80th edition of the competition with memorization of the Holy Quran has been closed yesterday in the afternoon at the seat of the regional council. The ceremony has been unfolded in the presence of the President of the National Assembly, Muhammad Ali Muhammad, and the Prefect of the region of Ali Sabih, Mr. Muhammad Abu Rasu, as well as the Secretary Executive of High Islamic Council, Okiya Quraish Fatah, the Vice President of the Regional Council, Noor Geldon, the Chairman of the Association, Abdul Umar Hassan, as well as parliamentarians and ulamas have taken part in the ceremony. Among the best were awarded prizes such as Holy Quran books and other gifts, which is intended, according to its organizers, to encourage the learning and the memorization of the Holy Quran, particularly among young people. The organization of the activities of this competition has been conveyed this year to many young people from the region of Ali Sabih. The candidates will be distributed in 4 groups: those who have memorized by heart the 20 chapters, 10 first chapters of the Quranic, the last group, which is the category of 5 and 2 chapters as well. The ulamas have insisted on the importance of the Holy Quran in the order of its memorization and its learning. This political personality has illustrated these remarks by hadith of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. The best of us is the one who has learned the Quran and has thought.
An award ceremony for the winner of the contest of the reading of Holy Quran took place yesterday evening in front of the headquarters of Annex RPP at Sheikh Osman. The ceremony brought together several professionals. The Holy Quran, the participation in the competition were all present. The ceremony saw the presence of the Minister of Justice, Mumin Ahmed Sheikh, and several parliamentarian neighborhood, Sheikh Osman, including Ali Subani Ateye and Ibrahim Sultan, and the President of the Annex RPP, Sheikh Osman, Mr. Hassan Ismail Ragi, and the President of the Annex RPP, Sheikh Musa, Mr. Bouh Ahmad, participated in the ceremony. The competition is divided into several categories, girls and boys, for different chapters 5, 10 and 15. The ceremony was closed with a prize delivery to different recipients by the guest of honor. At the end of the ceremony, the Minister of Justice, Muhammad Ahmad Sheikh, thanks the organization of the competition in these days blessed month of Ramadan. It requested all the winners to do so more forward in the right way traced by the Quran.
And on the occasion of the blessed month of Ramadan, the Ministry of Health organized yesterday evening a collective iftar for the staff of its department. The Ministry of Health has also invited the development partners to know the Ambassador of Cuba, the representative of OIM, the representative of the WHO, and the representative of UNICEF. This collective iftar dinner organized in the purpose of bringing together the different entities of the health in a spirit of friendliness, of brotherhood, sharing all together in the joy for the breaking the fast in this blessed month of Ramadan.
And as to emphasize in his brief remark, the Minister of Health, Dr. Chama Okiya, thanked all the staff of his department and reiterated the importance of sharing this collective iftar with the Department of Health, who provide the solidarity to all to eat in the same place at the same dishes. This initiative of collective iftar is part of the spirit reconciliation and harmonization between personnel of the health in the blessed month of Ramadan, he concluded.
In the Kairaz in the region, several ceremonies of breaking the fast are being organized. Also in Arta region, more specifically in the village of Damerjuk, the Minister of Energy, Mr. Yonis Ali Gedi, the Prefect of the region of Arta, Abdullah Okiya, the parliamentarians of the region, the elderly of Arta, and all the population of Damerjuk have participated in this event. Afterwards, the usual closing of the festival for the Eid al-Fitr have been distributed to the orphans and child coming from deprived families, and this is part of the actions of the RPP for the blessed month of Ramadan.
The Minister of Energy, Mr. Yonis Ali Gedi, native of Arta, to participate this moment of conviviality with the population of Damerjuk. The Minister said, "It is our duty for every citizen to help the orphan and to distribute persons, especially in the blessed month of Ramadan."
And in the framework of the 40th anniversary of the independence and in the interest of exchanging the trade union fruits and vegetables in the Minister of Trade were found around the Hotel Acacia around the collective iftar organized by the Fruit and Vegetable Trade Union. Was a moment of exchanges between the Minister Delegate for Trade, Hassan Mohamed Ibrahim, with all the collaborators, including his Secretary General, Mr. Ali Daoud. All union members, importers and sellers of vegetables participated in this event. In the morning, the minister had made an inspection visit to the main market of Riyadh to find out the situation on the quality of the proposed products and selling prices. After the prayer, all the participants dined together, followed by the interventions of the members of the Vegetables Union, who were very satisfied with the collaboration with the Ministry of Trade. Discussions focused on ways and means of satisfying consumers of fruit and vegetables with quality products, the standard prices set by the Minister of Trade.
Under the high patronage of the Minister of Decentralization, Mr. Hamadou Aramis, the Town Hall of Djibouti has organized yesterday evening a collective iftar to the participation of the whole of elected members of the capital and the region of the interior at the Corniche. It was a joy and sharing for all elected representatives who are the main actor in the implementation of the decentralization. Organized by the Mayor of the capital, Mrs. Fatima Usman Awali, the Secretary of the State for Social Affairs, Mrs. Muna Usman, were amongst the prompts of the collective iftar, which constitute an important moment of the day of the DSU Ramadan. The Mayor of Djibouti has welcomed all the participation and wishes to all the participants to share happy event of the breaking fast. In addition of the iftar, scarf of the former elected has been returned to all elected by the Minister of Decentralization, Mr. Aramis, by the Secretary for Social Affairs, Mrs. Muna Usman.
The Minister of the Decentralization took the floor and said that he was delighted to find the elected representative of the capital and the regions to share this moment of iftar. It is also a real pleasure to share a moment, he said, of communion with the team dedicated to realize this heavy construction side of the decentralization. One of the conditions for the successful implementation of decentralization is to build the spirits of man for a better future and equitable. Since the launch of the policy of decentralization, the country is now in its third election of elected regional representative, and this remains a reliable indicators of the good functioning of this system of governance that we must use the potential, has concluded the Minister of Decentralization. And here we close our news, and thanks for joining us in RTD. Have a good night.